And we put up with a lot of crap from, I guess, a developer who shall remain nameless, because I feel like I've spilled enough beans in this video as it is. And let me know via the donation in the Streamlabs message. But yeah, aside from, you know, being in a really bad financial situation right now, I'm actually doing pretty well. Like, the fact that I got a job and the fact that I'm, like, outside doing things a few times myself. But I'm not just gonna rag on this project ad infinitum. I will say that I had a lot of fun playing it, and I know quite a few of you also enjoyed playing it, although the mod was pretty bare bone upon release and why it failed. So I was initially brought on as a community manager. My job was to help in promoting the project and also, on occasion, provide some designs for it.
Today, we are gonna be looking at the Bully multiplayer scene, which, to a lot of your surprises, has been around for over 10 years. You heard me right, this has been going on for over a decade. So, let's start with the first layer, Bully MP.
What happened to Bully MP? Is it gone? Is it dead? Tell me, Swegta, tell me! Easy now, it's perfectly healthy and fine. We're taking it for walks on a daily basis and feeding it very healthy. So what's taking so long? Why is Bully MP not revealed yet? Why are you still not uploading a gameplay video? Why not make this open source? Allow people to jump.
Failed. So I was initially brought on as a community manager. My job was to help in promoting the project and also, on occasion, provide some designs for it. Make some 3D models for the main menu. This little cool camera pan effect, which, I gotta be honest, I think they aped that totally from MTA. Nonetheless, cool idea, and I think error on this project was difficult for a lot of people to work with. I was not the only one who took notice of this with it because we believed in Bully MP itself, which is not a good indicator at all for the prospect of any success. But like I said, a lot of us put up with it because we saw the potential in Bully MP. You need to properly optimize this before you release it, and beyond that, there has to be something for people to actually do beyond free roaming. And it's not to say that they were totally dismissive of anything that, and I want to emphasize the importance of that when you're dealing with a project of this magnitude. This is around the time when a lot of people had switched over to Windows 8.1 and Windows 10, and this caused a lot of technical hiccups for people as far as running Bully on modern day computers go. Again, this is something that I stressed during development. I specifically told them several times, you need to make this accessible to people, and you need to provide them with at least something bottles. We just renamed them in world.img. And considering that Bully MP came out years after this, you might think, oh, well, enough time has passed that a lot of people have picked up on way more knowledge than that. But it is a very gradual process. And when it came to making your own server, it was not something that was exactly accessible to a lot of people. Even on the official Bully MP website, there's no server exe that you can run that is ask you. Yes, you watching this video. I see you there, Mike, you bastard. I want to ask you.
Hey everyone, I need to talk about something really concerning in Bully Online. A huge problem in the game was its gated experience, but that's not even the worst part. There were tons of comments, on both Swegta's videos and my own, talking about abuse, inappropriate conversations, and really disturbing fetishes. Honestly, it was sickening. I'll show some of these comments to give you an idea, but just to think. A game that's supposed to be about teenagers is being run by people like this. It's wild. Absolutely wild. It really makes you question the people behind the game and how it got to this point.
Newspapers. It's a nighttime gig, so I have to get up at like 11 p.m. and from then, you know, I'll deliver packages for the next few hours and then I'll clock off and that's $5 in my bank account. And I really need to buy some food. I gotta pay my phone bill because actually when I live stream, I use my phone as a hotspot. I don't.
So, here's the story. Remember how he completely trashed Bully MP? He went all out, telling people not to play it, criticizing the community, and basically painting it as this terrible project. But then, out of nowhere, he announces Bully Online on YouTube. At first, it seemed like a new start, a fresh take, right? But here's where it gets really strange. On day one, he made early access for the game, but it wasn't free, it was locked behind an $8 charge. That immediately felt off. especially considering how he had just trashed the previous multiplayer project. People started pointing out that this move actually broke the rules for early access games, and the backlash was pretty quick. After getting a lot of hate, he took down the early access. But instead of going fully free or opening it up to everyone, he pay-gated the only gameplay of Bully Online until it officially released. That's a huge shift from what he was preaching just days before. Suddenly the game that was supposed to be for the community was behind a paywall. I don't know about you, but I found it really weird. He went from criticizing Bully MP hardcore to immediately pushing Bully Online, and then making decisions that seemed really questionable. And honestly, that's what led me to make my video. I just had to talk about this sudden turnaround, the early access fiasco, and the weird paywall situation. It's one of those moments that makes you pause and think. Are we really seeing someone care about the community, or is this just about hype and money? Either way, it felt worth pointing out, and that's exactly what I did in my video.
Look at these guns. Yeah, look at all this muscle that I have. This soft, flabby muscle. I haven't weighed myself or anything, but I feel thinner, so maybe...
After not even 1 month of pay-gating, making people pay, and hyping it up as the next big thing, the Better Bully multiplayer, it gets shut down. What sucks is that people try to excuse it, saying it's Rockstar's fault. Cfx.re was warned by his friends, by his fans, by everyone. There's no excuse.
A psychological analysis video, if anything. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I do have a lot of stuff in the proverbial oven. But yeah, like I said, right now I am financially fucked. So that's not good. Rent.
There's a circulating theory online that suggests Rockstar never actually contacted Cfx.re about his content. Instead, according to this theory, he might have taken it down himself to avoid remaining in an environment where the online bullying could have become overwhelming. The theory is surprisingly layered, and if you start unpacking it, you can see why it has captured so much attention. First, a lot of people point out the lack of direct mention of Rockstar. When big companies issue takedowns or copyright claims, creators usually reference them explicitly, even subtly. Cfx.re, however, never directly names Rockstar in his statements, or in any explanations regarding the removal. Some interpret this as a sign that it wasn't an official corporate strike at all, but rather a personal decision on his part. Then there's the timing aspect. Corporate takedowns, especially from a company like Rockstar, normally follow a process. Investigation, legal review, issuing the notice, and only then is content removed. This usually takes a noticeable amount of time. Fans noticed that Cfx.re's content disappeared surprisingly quickly, which raises questions. Was this preemptive, or simply coincidental timing? Another layer of the theory revolves around warnings about pay-gating. According to some accounts, Cfx.re was warned extensively about monetization methods or paywalls attached to his content. This introduces the idea that perhaps he was aware of the risks and chose to act before any external force made him act. In other words, he may have intentionally removed or restricted content to avoid complications, and at the same time, avoid prolonged exposure to online harassment. This feeds directly into the next speculation, that he pay-gated the content deliberately to ensure it would be shut down on purpose. The reasoning goes that if he could control the circumstances of the removal, he could minimize unwanted attention and decide the timing himself. Taken together, the theory paints a picture of a creator strategically managing both his content and his personal exposure. It's not just about copyright or corporate enforcement, it's about timing, monetization, and mental health. Each layer adds complexity, from the absence of a direct mention of Rockstar, to the rapid timing of the removal, to the warnings about pay-gating, and finally to the possibility of intentional pay-gating as a controlled exit strategy. Ultimately, this theory is a combination of psychology, online culture, and internet speculation. It suggests that Cfx.re. may have been proactive in protecting himself from the pressures of being a content creator, rather than simply reacting to corporate action. Whether or not it's true, it's a fascinating look at how layered and nuanced the reasoning behind a single content removal could be, and why it has sparked so much discussion among fans.
So we don't have time to go deeper into layers, so I'll end it off on a semi-light note. Swegta is indeed a controversial figure. Throughout his career, he's had his fair share of struggles. He's been robbed, beaten up, homeless, and the list goes on. Now, about the claims of him scamming fans, this isn't just a theory. All the info out there. Now if you'll enjoyed this video, drop a like and maybe we will make Swegta Iceberg video next.